it just got large in this studio. We got the Fanga, and it is a big, big boy right after this. Thanks for rolling in. Big knife. Big knife alert. If you like a little tiny, tiny, tiny knife, this is not your knife. If you like a bigger knife, even though this is fairly slender, the Fanga. Let me back this up. Get out of the way. It's centered up. No blade plate, no lock rock. Had this for a few weeks. You get it in black G10. You get it with this titanium surround on the pivot and a titanium pocket clip. Back spacers G10 looks to be. And it's, oh, well, let's take a look inside. Hell, maybe we ought to take this damn thing apart to begin with. Not to begin with, at least to end with on this video, right? Let's take it apart, take a look. Haven't taken one of these G10, but yes, they have skeletonized the liners. And the liners are not embedded in the scales. They're like that. And which, kind of dig, you know, here's my swordfish. Take a look for size, though. Swordfish, big knife. Big knife. Close. Close, but no cigar. Or how about another knife that's big? Oh, the swordfish again. I'm just messing with you now. I'm just showing off my dye job. I got a bad dye job. Well, so does she. Okay, so here we go. And that's the Recon 1. We got big after big after big. Let's throw something little in there that you might... The new Doman Mini from Kaiser, so check that out. No, you cannot play in this parade. Big knives, though. Just saying. So pull the tape. Give us a little taste of this. Well, I will, because this thing is over 4 inches. I don't care how you measure it up, and that's like 102, 103 millimeters. And oh, baby. 9.5 overall, 24 centimeters. I mean, when you hit 22, you got a pretty good sized knife. 22.5, okay. 23, oh, that's big. 24, what the heck? What's going on? Oh my God, let's drop it on the table a couple times. Titanium pocket clip that I've goobered all over, I guess. So I probably should have cleaned that off before I started the camera up. D2 blade. Got it from White Mountain Knives, of course. $95. Throw it in the cart. LTK is the discount code. Get $9.50 off. So there you go. Closed length, almost 5.4 inches. And let me see if I got a little bit of dope on the next sheet to kind of round it out. Printed both pages. Yeah, there you go. Plain edge. I mean, it's just not much there, right? And, oh, designer flash. If we can turn pages here. Yes. As you see, his moniker on the back. He also did the Escra and the Ornetta for Bestech. Kombou is, and so at Kombou is his Instagram. Check up with him. That's his name. Do we want to pronounce that? I did take phonics, and I'm still not going to pronounce that. Okay? So, yeah, check him out on Instagram. They are involved together on these collaborative efforts. And the Ornetta and the Escra, really good knives, but they weren't G10. This one is D2, and it's a big boy, and the action's really good on it. It's a well-behaved knife. Slender in hand, and it folds right up. Now, it ain't cheap. You know, I mean, if you want to, I mean, for $50, you can get, you know, one of their other G10 models. But I'm just saying, this is a little different. I mean, they've kicked it up with the titanium pocket clip and the little decorative surround. And, you know, buying it by the pound is probably just as good a deal, actually. And speaking of by the pound, let's see how heavy it is. I backed my camera up a little bit because this thing is huge. It's 9.5 inches. Well, okay. It's, wow, under 5 ounces. Lord Almighty, that's crazy. Hey, let's see what the swordfish is. Man, that's under 5 as well. That's crazy. Let me see about the Recon 1. Well, that feels a lot lighter, actually. Oh, but it ain't. It's 5.2. Okay, never mind. 4.85. Kick it over. 137.7 grams. And it comes in this box. It says Fanga. That's pretty apparent. BG18A. And inside the box, of course, you have a zipper pouch, which is really nice. If you're going to get a zipper pouch for an American knife, you have to spend $800,000. So this, you can get a Civivi knife for, you know, $40 and get a zipper pouch. There you go. Microfiber cloth. But, and we're having fun today. Who haven't we insulted yet? And there's your paperwork. And of course, it goes into the little slip pouch there. Good hardy little zipper pouch. Got you a box on the outside to connect it to. And you actually get a knife. Now, you know how long it is. Take a look at the blade. It's a satin grind D2 blade. Full length fuller on both sides. It's a flipper. It's a steel liner lock. There's your back spacer. Action on it. Let me see if I can. Wow. Okay, I can, if I give myself some room and turn it this way, you know, flip it out that way. I can flip it out. Let me see if I can fail it. Yes, I can. Let me see if I can fail it worse than that. A little bit. Not bad. I'd say the D10's pretty appropriate on this, but probably barely a 5 out of a 3 to 7 range on my D10 scale. 3 being a 1 and 7 being a 10. I guess I ought to redo that whole thing. In any case, what I'm saying is 4.8 to 5, somewhere in there. I mean, it can be gravity flipped. It ain't easy to do, but it can be done. But it snaps open pretty easily. You've got a couple of big old jimps there on the front of the flipper tab. Flipper tab, not too obtuse. It's kind of down here, the cutaway down to expose it. Fairly far forward, but pretty intuitive in the hand. That blade is something else, isn't it? Maybe good for piercing, possibly as well as slicing. Let's try a little slice and dice. Okay. Yes, so it can do both, and it's pretty sharp out of the box, so I'm not going to complain there. So can you finger flick it? Yeah, and maybe it's better to do it way down out in this area, in that fuller, which is a good reason they ran that fuller that length, as opposed to up in here, because you're trying to leverage a lot of blade coming out of there. But if you do it back here, it's easier to do than if you do it up in here. It can be done up in here. You just have to put a lot more pressure on it. That's easier. Much easier. Now, how about thumb? Yeah, I just about did that. That's a long blade. Whew. So, finger, thumb, flipper tab, whatever you want to do. Not that heavy, not that tall. Let's see if we got a caliper we can give you an idea. 15.7, 0.62, so that's a wide glide, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Let me see what we got here. 0.14, 3.8 millimeter blade stock. But yeah, that it's pretty fat. The little mini Doman's a lot thinner. Even your paramilitary 2 is a 0.46. So this one is thick that way, but it's not real tall. See how tall this is? This one in comparison, not very tall. Slender. Not going to take up a lot of real estate front to back in your pocket. And it looks like, yeah, it's right-hand tip up only. I like the looks of it. I really do. I like the design. I like the fact that it's a big blade. It's flickable. It's attractive. But it's not so tall or thick that it's going to take up a lot of room in your pocket necessarily. And let me see what we've got here for height as far as room in your pocket. Where were we at 31, about 31 millimeters, 1.22 inches. I mean, you get down here, if you can see what I'm doing, well, about the same. Okay, but let me take the paramilitary 2 from the top. See, oops, we didn't even get her squared up. Let's get it squared up. 1.6. You know, a lot more real estate in your pocket. Huh? So slender, yet super long, yet very flickable. Nice smooth action. Excellent. Now, did I say something about taking this apart? Let's do it. Come on, let's take it apart. And I don't know if I need a number 6 for this or not. I tend to come apart at the front if I can, and it is a number 6 back in here. Let's just keep going in that direction. I think we pretty much got that defeated. Where's my little number 8? Hopefully, is this the number 8 or the number 9? Of course it's the number 9. It's the wrong one. Yeah, here's a number 8, I think. And bust it apart. Oh, got a little, okay. I wonder if this is the screw then. No? This must be it. It's just had a little bit of Loctite or thread lock or something on there. So the scale screws already fell off. Here's your little pivot surround and your pivot screw. Yeah, and they had some thread lock or something on there. And then there's your liner. And of course, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of that blue lube. I don't know. It's like even across different brand lines, there's that blue lube. But these are not ceramic bearings. Let's get the blue goo off of them. Because, yeah, just because. There's our blade stop, and there's our thing in the back, and I don't want to have to take the rear scale off because I'm lazy, and it has nothing to do with cleaning the bearings or any of that up. So if I don't need to do it, I ain't gonna do it. Like undoing the pocket clip and all that. So now I got it cleaned out pretty good as far as I need to, because I don't care. And this happens to be handy, so we're going to use this and go at it again. And throw one of these bearing rings in here. And we're coming through the back with this decorative. And it's a D-shaped pivot, which is good because then it makes it to where you don't spin the whole pivot tube if you get thread locker on the thread from the other side. And then we need to put a blade in here somewhere. So what do you think about that? Let's flip this over and face it towards the back spacer. Just like that. Put a little goop. Oh, got to put our stop back in. Dump our bearing ring on top. Keep stacking. Keep stacking. Oh, I never cleaned that off. Crap. Thought I did. Next. Okay. That KPL lasts a long, long time. Okay. Long, long time. Compress it all down. Let's get her done. Put this on. Got them sandwiched together? Yes, we do. Now all we need to do is get the top on. Put our little pivot. There we go. Decorative pivot ring back on here. And pivot screw. Give this a go. And let's change out. Grab my other number 6. Pop these two back in. And I think we'll be good to go. First of all, you gotta get it centered up in the hole there. And don't want to cross thread anything. Want to make sure the scale's lined up. Yeah, okay, it's nice now. I might have been going in at a bad angle there. Don't want to do that, that's for sure. Okay, so now we look pretty much centered. I wonder if we got blade play. Just a tiny bit. So probably time to adjust the pivot here. And we'll be done. Don't want to over tighten it. That's good. That's good, and that's centered. And we've got great action again. Once again, jumped on in there. Nice. All right. Well, it comes apart, goes back together really good. It feels good in the hand. Plenty of room for, ergos wise. Nice front big choil. Could you actually go forward? Yes, if you wanted to, or if you felt like you had to. But great looking knife. Good in the hand. Great action. Yeah, I'm liking it. That thing's getting stained up. That's got to go to the laundry, doesn't it? Bestech Fanga. Working for me. I like it. It's a keeper. Absolutely. Take care. I'm going to let you go now. I've taken enough of your time jagging around with this knife, but it's fun. You know what we do around here? We love them knives. So you guys, stay sharp.